Away and running. Good speed on the outside from Finicky today, but Super Fabulous is poised to take on the boys, and we got Barnyard is right there too. The opening half furlong belongs to Super Fabulous, shows the way 3/4 of a length. We got Barnyard is right there on chase mode, and Finicky stacks him up three across the track. There's only an inch separating the top three as they flash past the four. Super Fabulous protects that rail on a sealed fast track, and Finicky is right there raising the stakes in second, and we got Barnyard was squeezed out to last as they go around the turn. Super Fabulous calls the shots at the 5/16, but Finicky, who broke on top, was now ready to take her on, and we got Barnyard silently drops away. There's a quarter to go, and Super Fabulous continues to strut her stuff, but Finicky's in for the fight at the top of the stretch. Finicky and Super Fabulous go toe-to-toe inside the final furlong. Super Fabulous now slowly inching away from Finicky, who fights on. Super Fabulous holding on. Finicky slowly giving way. This 8-5 winner is Super Fabulous over Finicky, and we got Barnyard. Away and running to a nice level start. Good speed from Kith today. Mr. Winston also wants a piece of the early action, and Strum and Pluck came away in that third place position. Ashad rides that rail but is passed on the outside by Private Network. Second last is Curlin's Thrill, and What's to Blame with the money on has a big task in front of him as they swing left for the first time. So Mr. Winston came away on a pose, passing the six and shows the way by two. To the outside, Strum and Pluck now puts that noseband in that second place position, and Kithna's been relegated to third. Private Network is on the prowl on that fourth place position, now lands third at the 5, and a shot is only 2 lengths down from that trio of runners with Curlin's Thrill second last, and What's to Blame is still last of all. 11 lengths would cover tip to tail. 4 furlongs to go. Mr. Winston calls the shots. The lead is 1 authoritative length. Private Network right there, ready to pounce in second, and a shot is now being produced off the rail, and a shot is starting to close in. And from the back of the pack, What's to Blame is now grabbed sixth, and Curlin's Thrill is in fourth. There's 5/16 to go, and a shot has made this bold bid for the lead. Mr. Winston is right there in for the fight as well. Private Network has dropped away. What's to Blame has had a wide trip and is closing with power and pace. They turn for home. A shot at first run, but What's to Blame has all this sweet momentum now. Inside the final furlong, a shot is holding on to a desperate half-length lead. What's to Blame is getting closer in the shadows at the 16th pole. What's to Blame went from last to first. A shot's gonna test every step of the way. What's to Blame in a photo finish with a shot. It's on the bob, 1-7 or 7-1. Away and running. Great speed today from Ambitiously Placed. Una Luna is also right there in front running frame, and My Boss Lady was a little slow to go but has hustled away, and Party Monster also joins that fight. It's a compact quartet as they go around this first turn. Ambitiously Placed over the rain-affected surface shows the way by 3/4 of a length, but Una Luna is also on hold in that second place position, and they have now kicked a length and a half clear. My Boss Lady is a nice and settled third, and last of all is Party Monster. They leave the first turn, and Ambitiously Places the leader. The pace is slow and shows the way over the wet fast track by a neck, but Una Luna is right there poised to pounce at any time in that second place position with only 5 5 furlongs to go. My boss lady is right there in a position to challenge, only 2 lengths down from the speed that is held by Ambitiously Placed, and Party Munster is going to be caught 4 wide at the half-mile pole. So Ambitiously Placed has led him throughout and has led past every pole, but Una Luna is poised to take that rival on. My boss lady 3 deep for the drive, and Party Munster drops away to last. They swing the side, 3 out from the winning line. Ambitiously Placed is under the gun. Una Luna right there trying to surge on past. And My Boss Lady now hits her best stride on the wide outside. There's a quarter to go. My Boss Lady's out very deep but has positive momentum. Ambitiously Placed will try to fight her off, and dropping away was Una Luna. They're into the stretch. My Boss Lady is kicked away to a half-length lead. Ambitiously Placed is trying hard for every single yard, but My Boss Lady starting to inch away from the opposition. Ambitiously Placed, Una Luna, and Party Munster, that's how they'll finish. Boss Lady, she's the boss, and My Boss Lady is in front over Ambitiously Placed, Una Luna, and Party Munster. Away and running to a nice even start. Passage of Lines is tapped for speed. Winter's Ghost now spearheads the field, and they are 1-2 under the line for the first time. Flat Out Flying gallops along over the muddy surface in third, and Mr. Thrifty came away in fourth. No Salt rides the rail and goes a little wide, and last of all is Clubman. Around the first turn they go, and there goes the speed of Passage of Lines. Uncontested, shows the way 3/4 of a length. Winter's Ghost is now passed by Flat Out Flying on the outside with only 6 furlongs left to go, and another set of 3 right behind lurk, including Clubman in between rivals. Mr. Thrifty's deep on the course, and No Salt takes the trail up the rail. Down to the back of the track they go, and Passage of Lines passes the 5 furlong point to a 3/4 of a length lead. Flat Out Flying is the thorn in this runner's side, and there's a length and a half down to Winter's Ghost, who travels all by himself in third. A length down from that one, Clubman starting to pick up one by one. A distant fifth is Mr. Thrifty, and No Salt still been at the back of the pack with 3.5 furlongs to go. Passage of Lines is under attack now, and Flat Out Flying's the first one to play its hand. Winter's Ghost is closing with a 3 wide kick, and Clubman is right behind the speed, and No Salt's past one, which is Mr. Thrifty. A quarter of a mile to go. Passage of Lines still calls the shots. Winter's Ghost now picks up second. Clubman now tries to land third. Flat Out Flying goes wide. Homeward bound now, and Passage of Lines has slipped away from the opposition. Winter's Ghost loomed and flattened out. Flat Out Flying picks off Clubman. Deep on the track, a non-threatening fifth is No Salt, but at the 16th pole, Passage of Lines popped and didn't stop today. Passage of Lines has won it over Winter's Ghost, Flat Out Flying, and then came Clubman for away and running. Good rail speed today from Double O Auto. They descend on that rival quickly. Pop Sox and Riverfoal take the fight to the 7.5. And the gray Run for Carl is in between rivals. Double O Auto backs off the speed. Bushwick Bruiser now lands third. And Papa Funny on debut is last of all. 7 furlongs to go around the first of 2 turns. And Riverfoal is nice and relaxed and shows the way by a length and 3/4. Bushwick Bruiser emerges from out of the crowd to take second away. And Pop Sox rides that that muddy rail to a third place position. Run for Carl teams up with that rival with a gap of a length and a half back to Double O Auto, and Papa Funny still content to trail at the back of the pack. They pass the 5 and Riverfall makes play, shows the way a length and a half. Bushwick Bruiser's on hold with those late strides, and now they are separated by 2. Double O Auto tries to tack onto the both of them while Run for Carl comes under a ride. Papa Funny's picked off 1, and Pop Sock's been relegated to the tail with 3.5 furlongs to go, and Bushwick Bruiser can wait no more. Bushwick Bruiser kicks to the top. Riverfall tries to counter in second. Double O Auto is coming alive, and so is Papa Funny. Soon to land third past the 5/16 pole, where Bushwick Bruiser now kicks for home. Goes a little wide. Double O Auto's even wider than that. Papa Funny claims third, and Riverfall has no more to give. They spin off the turn and race for home. Bushwick Bruiser's in for the fight, and Papa Funny takes the inside trail. Deep on the course is Double O Auto. 1 more furlong to go. Bushwick Bruiser still has a healthy lead of 2. Papa Funny rides the rail. Double O Auto chases, but they're not changing the winning outcome. Bushwick Bruiser has won it. Papa Funny was second, Double O Auto third, and Pop Sox finished fourth. Away and running. A step slow as Tito's changed my luck. Grand Arrow looking for 4 in a row sprung first, but that was short-lived. Grayson Charm and Biogenic Babe is also right there chiming in. And Bella Paloma's 4 deep, forcing the hand of Beautiful and Bold, who goes 6 wide at the 7/8 pole. Tito's Change My Luck has one beaten, and Hate Blue is at the back of the pack. So they approach the 6 furlong peg, and Grayson Charm's the pilot today. She struts her stuff to a 1.5 length lead, and Grand Arrow is patiently on hold in that second place position. Biogenic Babe rides the third place rail all to herself, and Bella Paloma has a nose in front of Beautiful and Bold for that fourth place position. There's a massive divide back to Haint Blue, and Tito's Change My Luck wants no part of this today. Midpoint of the backstretch run, Grayson Charm still controls the clock, but now gets hounded by Grand Arrow on the outside. And lurking in the shadows is Biogenic Babe, just waiting for its cue from Jamie R. And a distant fourth is Beautiful and Bold. Riding the rail is Bella Paloma, and Haint Blue's trying to get on track with Tito's Changing My Luck at the back of the pack. 5/16 to go, and Grand Arrow gets shoved upon for more. Grayson Charm is right there, and Biogenic Babe, now the brakes are unleashed, and here she comes. Biogenic Babe with a sweeping run takes over the lead. Grand Arrow tries to counter in second. Haint Blue is coming alive in between rivals into the stretch, and here comes Haint Blue on attack mode of Biogenic Babe. Biogenic Babe crying for the line, but here comes Haint Blue. Haint Blue is 15 to 1 and stormed past them all. Haint Blue has won it. Biogenic Babe was second. Grand Arrow was third, and Tito's Change My Luck is in a photo for third with Grand Arrow. Away and running to a nice level start. Speed in the center from King Cairo. Creative Cloud is also right there, and so is Offshore Fair, and three of them 5 for early supremacy. And Giant Payday is right there in the thick of it too, while Miracle Silver goes 4 deep, and Cobla Moss is far behind, waiting for that late closing kick. Around the first turn they go. King Cairo is unopposed and shows the way by a length and a quarter. Offshore Fair is now a settled second and pulling hard under the leading jockey's hands, and Creative Cloud continues to stay a ground-saving third. A gap a half a length down to Miracle Silver, who travels all by himself in that fourth place position. Up the inside, trying to press past them all, is Giant Payday, and Cobla Moss gets a few reins shaken to stay with the other 5. They go down to the 4.5 furlong point, and King Cairo's the dictating speed. The lead's 3/4 of a length. Offshore Fair is right there with no excuses in second, and deep on the track, Giant Payday tries to overhaul them as they circle the far turn with 3.5 furlongs to go. King Cairo calls the shots. Offshore Fair is right there in the thick of it too. Miracle Silver is tacked on. Giant Payday stays at that rail. Creative Cloud has nowhere to give, and Cobla Moss is starting to gather big strides to the 5/16 pole. King Cairo has the target on its back and leads by 2. Jockey takes a peek back to see Offshore Fair chasing along with Miracle Silver, and Cobla Moss is closing in really quickly. They turn for home. King Cairo's leading, but keep an eye on Cobla Moss on the far outside. King Cairo nursing a 5-length lead. Cobla Moss tries to land second. Miracle Silver's fighting for the second place position, but King Cairo had the jump, and King Cairo had the win over Miracle Silver, Cobla Moss, and Offshore Affair. Away and running. Just plain ornery sprung the latch on top, but the favorite Much Better is poised to pounce early on, and Superstition is going 3 wide and the pace is keen. Up the inside, City Creek's in front of Krug for the moment, and last of all is Sir Smoke. Around the first turn they go, no breathers up top. Superstition puts those blue blinkers in front, but Much Better's right there on hold in that second place position as now they start to relax. A gap of 5 back to a nice stride under Just Plain Ornery in that third place position, and Krug is off the inside and is already a muddy mess. City Creek has one beaten, and Sir Smoke continues to bring up the rear. 4.5 furlongs to go, and Superstition makes a break for it at the 4 furlong point and shows the way by almost 3. Much Better is still on hold, and the jockey hasn't moved a muscle yet, and they have kicked away by 3. Up the inside, Sir Smoke travels in 5th position, while Just Plain Ornery lands 4th. Deep on the course, Krug is starting a steady advance, and City Creek is starting to mount a bit too. Still plenty of chances passing the 3. Much Better tries to put that nose in front. Superstition tries to dig deep in second. Krug is closing with good energy. Just Plain Ornery comes under a ride, and City Creek's deep on the track past the quarter, and Krug is poised to take on Much Better as heads turn for home. Krug now pokes that noke in front, and now Much Better grudgingly gives way. Superstition as a leg-weary leader, bumping between Just Plain Ornery and City Creek, but inside the final furlong, and Krug is pulling away from the opposition. Much Better just had no response after a great trip. Krug has won it. Axel Concepcion with a 3-win day. Much Better second, Just Plain Ornery third, and City Creek faded to 4th.